and it just makes my blood boil. Honestly, I thought this was a fun watch, but it also gave me anxiety. I think it got the message across really well. The animation honestly was stunning. When I don't get it right, I'm like, they actually like got me, you know? Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Amanda and I make lifestyle, entrepreneurship, pop culture, and some mindset content on this YouTube channel. And I hope you guys stick around. Join the fam, join the squad. We'd love to have you here. I honestly have no idea how dirty my background is right now. So I'm praying that it's not a big old mess. But if it is, just bear with me. I know my fucking book stand is full of drinks right now because when I go through like depressive episodes, I just have like so much fucking drinks in my room and then I just like forget to throw them out. So if that doesn't say the state of mind I'm in right now, I don't know what does, but we're keeping it real on here. So that's the vibes. But I thought I would, well, not I thought, I'm going to do my next film diary thing. If you're new here, every single month, I kind of go through the movies that I watched, the films that I watched for the month, and just do a little recap thing. I'm a film major. Well, I already am done school, but I studied cinema and communications, and it's a big love of mine, and I thought I would continue to share movies that I watch and hear some movies that you guys watch and just talk about movies. I think it's fun, and I've been doing it for like 3 months only, but it's been fun nonetheless. And yeah, so I kind of track everything on letterboxd, and we're gonna do all the movies that I watched in July. I decided I'm also gonna tell you guys the movies that like I rewatched because I think it's just fun too, and I rewatch a lot of movies sometimes, and I also want to incorporate it in here. So first movie of the month was Beverly Hills Cop XLF. I watched this because my friend's actually in it, but so this movie was directed by Mark Malloy and it was released in 2024. It's very new, it's recent, it's on Netflix. 40 years after his unforgettable first case in Beverly Hills, Detroit cop Axel Foley returns to do what he does best, solve crimes and cause chaos. I thought it was fun. I'm not like the biggest action like fan, like guns chasing, like I'm like not always into that, but I thought this was fun. Iconic casting, of course, and my friend's actually in it, so that's like the main reason why I watched it. His name is Deanna Griffin, and he's an up-and-coming actor. If you're looking for someone to act in your stuff, go check him out. It was fun. It was an enjoyable watch. I gave it a 3, and I said watch mainly because my friend had a small part, but it was fun. Overall, a fun movie. Next, I watched Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. This was directed by Helena Rain. Not 100% sure if that's how you say it, and it was released in 2022. This is not a safe space. When a group of 20-somethings gets stuck at a remote mansion during a hurricane, a party game gone very, very wrong ends with a dead body on the ground and fake friends at every turn as they try to find the killer among them. Honestly, I thought this was a really fun watch. I love a good like mystery vibe type of movie, and this is what it gave. It literally really gave mystery vibes. I thought the casting was fun. First of all, I love Rachel. And then Amanda Steinberg's also in it, and they are just so cool, and I love them. Thought it was a fun watch. Like it wasn't really scary necessarily or like a thriller. Well, it kind of, I guess, was. But I love a good mystery when you're trying to figure out what happened. And then I love when I don't get it right. I also love when I get it right, but when I don't get it right, I'm like, they actually like got me, you know? So I gave this a 4 and I wrote Sophie heart eyes, and Sophie is Amanda's character. And I said, this was such a fun watch. The twist was kind of dumb, but I enjoyed. Next, we have a rewatch. So I rewatched Instant Family. This was this was directed by Sean Anders, released in 2018. Just add chaos, laughter, awkwardness, mistakes, love. When Pete and Ellie decide to start a family, they stumble into the world of foster care adoption. They hope to take in one small child when they meet 3 siblings, including a rebellious 15-year-old. They find themselves speeding from 0 to 3 kids overnight. Honestly, this movie is not like the best movie I've ever seen. I just love Isabella, first of all. And I don't know. It's like one of those movies that like, it's not good, but like I'll rewatch it and I'll like enjoy each time I rewatch it type of vibe. I gave it a 3 and that's what I continue to give it. Then I rewatched A Quiet Place, directed by John Krasinski. I think that's how you say it. This one was the one released in 2018. If they hear you, they hunt you. A family is forced to live in silence while hiding from creatures that hunt by sound. I think it's good. I mainly rewatched it because I just watched the most recent one and I wanted to watch the older one. So I just gave it a 4 and called it a night. Then I watched Rough Night. This was directed by Lucia Aniello, The hangover will be the least of their problems. 5 best friends from college reunite 10 years later for a wild bachelorette weekend in Miami. Their hard partying takes a hilariously dark turn when they accidentally kill a male stripper. Amidst the craziness of trying to cover it up, they're ultimately brought closer together when it matters most. I thought, first of all, the casting, iconic. There's Scarlett Johansson, Jillian Bell, Zoe Kravitz, like, so cool. I thought it was a fun watch. Like, it was kind of dumb, but it was a fun watch, and it like kept me on my toes. And overall, like, I was laughing a little bit, like actually laughing. So it was a good time. I give this a 3, and I didn't write anything. Next, I did not write anything. Next, I watched Mummy's Little Murderer. This was directed by Miles Bladen Ryle, and it was released in 2013. Mummy's Little Murderer is a harrowing true crime documentary about Elliot Turner, who murdered his girlfriend and his mother covered it up. If you know me, you know I fucking love true crime. True crime is everything to me. I love watching it. This one, it wasn't my favorite like documentary style. It's like a little bit older, so like it just like wasn't the true crime that I watch now. But the story was just disgusting, and the story was like, it's like fucked up. I don't really know how to rate true crime because like sometimes they portray it really well, so I'm like, okay, I want to give this a good rating, but the story's fucked up, which isn't the person's fault, obviously, because true crime is fucked up in general, but it's hard to like rate it. But I gave this one a 2. And then I said, men suck, and sorry if you cover up a murder that you know someone did, you suck too, because the mom covered it up, and that is crazy. I watched another true crime right after that, and this one is called No Place to Hide, the Rita Parsons story. This was directed by Rama Rao in 2015. When Rita Parsons was 15 years old, she went to a party that would define her remaining teenage years. She was sexually attacked and had no memory of it until photographic evidence spread through social media. The resulting humiliation and bullying the Nova Scotia teen received led to her tragic suicide less than 2 years later. News of her death reverberated worldwide, a stunning demonstration of the power of images and social networks to amplify the extent of rape culture and effects of depression. Now her parents and those who knew her reassemble the pieces of Parsons' life in their courageous quest to make accountable the systems that failed to protect her. With the support of Anonymous, an online campaign and public pressure, they forced the Nova Scotian government and RCMP to address the case and bring the perpetrators to justice. Parsons' story epitomizes the immense capacity of new tools in these years of social networking. This story like broke me. It was so sad. Just like the fact that one, people are not taken seriously when they bring stories and the things that they went through, especially when it deals with sexual assault against women. People, it's just never taken seriously, and the way that the police officers and everyone treated this case, it was just disturbing and fucked up, and it makes me so sad, especially that someone took their own life due to it, and it just makes my blood boil. But I'm very happy that her story's out there and like getting the attention that it deserves, because online bullying and all that shit is very fucking serious, and I don't think there's enough laws and things against it. But anyways, I give it a 3, and I said trigger warning, suicide, and shows photos of self-harm, and then all I wrote was the police and justice system suck, because they do. Next, I watched Shiva Baby. My friend suggested this, but it says death family style. A college student attends a family Shiva. I feel like that's how you say it. I don't know. Now I'm like, am I saying it right? Where she is accosted by her relatives, outshined by her ex-girlfriend, and face to face with her sugar daddy and his family. Honestly, I thought this was a fun watch, but it also gave me anxiety, because I was like, if this was me in this situation, I would have anxiety. So then I imagined myself in her situation, and it gave me anxiety. But I liked it. It was a good watch, and I enjoyed it. It was good. So I gave it a 4.5, and I said, 1, I love Rachel. Oh my god, I didn't even say who it was directed by. Hold on. It was directed by Emma Seligman in 2020. Don't want to forget. Okay, I wrote 1, I love Rachel. 2, I love the anticipation I had at certain times. 3, I love when movies can take place 99% in one space, but so dramatic and good. That is also something I wanted to mention. Yeah, it's so cool to me, and I feel like, you know, when like a movie is well done, when it's literally in one space, but like I wasn't bored by it. Sometimes when something happens only in one setting or like one area, I get like bored easily, but this one had so much going on that I never felt like bored by it, if that makes sense. And then I watched Groundhog Day, also recommended by my friend Jordan. This was directed by Harold Ramis. In 1993, he's having the worst day of his life over and over. A narcissistic TV weatherman, along with his attractive but distant producer and mawkish cameraman, is sent to report on Groundhog Day in the small town of Punxsutawney. I do not know how to say that. Where he finds himself repeating the same day over and over. I actually really enjoyed this. At first, I was like, when I was first watching it for the first like few seconds, I was like, oh, I don't know, like if I'm gonna enjoy this, but I actually did. It was really fun, and I thought it was like well shot. The acting was great, and it was a fun watch to me. I liked it. I don't know what else to say. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4, and I quoted something, and I said, "I'm a celebrity in an emergency." Real, because that line was funny. Okay. Then I watched Love, Simon, which I don't even know how I'd never watched this yet. But this is directed by Greg Berlanti in 2018. He's done keeping his story straight. Everyone deserves a great love story, but for 17-year-old Simon Spear, it's a little more complicated. He's yet to tell his family or friends he's gay, and he doesn't know the identity of the anonymous classmate he's fallen for online. I mean, the anonymous classmate, I feel like it was kind of easy to tell who it was, and I feel like they'd showed us. Maybe that was the whole point, but I thought this story was cute in a way, and like there were some things that I can relate to. It wasn't my favorite like queer film that I've ever watched, but I thought it was a cute little coming of age thing. I gave it a 3. I didn't really say anything else. Then I watched Reply by Elle Mills, which was released in 2022. First of all, I love Elle Mills. I think her directing is so good, and I've watched her on YouTube for so many years, and it's so cool to see her like move into like the film world now. But 15-year-old Sam Trotti decides to make a film after he finds a box of his mom's videotapes hidden in the attic from the summer of 2006. The tapes show Sam's mom, Casey, documenting herself working on one last project before saying goodbye to her childhood home. The same summer, her new neighbor moves in. First of all, I love Ava Capri. I thought it was cute. It's a short film, so there's not like too much substance. I do think that this could be made into like a longer feature film maybe one day, hopefully. But I thought the acting was good. I think I wrote this in the like description or like my review, but the kind of like color and like LUT they used was like a nostalgic vibe, and I really appreciate that and love that. So I gave it a 4, and I said, well, I quoted something. It said, a line from the short film said, "I don't know how I'm supposed to know what I want to do with my life if I never lived it." And I feel that to my core. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what I want to do with my life. But then when I'm like out traveling or like doing things, I just feel like I get more experiences, and I'm like, oh, like I want to do this, or like I appreciate this, or whatever. I feel like I learned so much by traveling and like experiencing things in life that I really resonated with that line. And then I said I love the way this was filmed, along with the editing, giving a nostalgic vibe with the colors lit. Also, I love Ava Capri so bad. Real. Then I rewatched my most amazing comfort movie, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, directed by Steven Chbosky in 2012. We Are Infinite. I love that. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1991. High school freshman Charlie is a wallflower, always watching life from the sidelines until 2 senior students, Sam and her stepbrother Patrick, become his mentors, helping him discover the joys of friendship, music, and love. I don't have anything else to say other than I always rate this a 5, and it holds such a special place in my heart, and I don't even know how to describe it. And it is just my comfort movie, and we're gonna leave it at that. Then I watched Self, directed by Sirit Halouf in 2024. It's a short film again. This one says, not everything that shines is gold. A wooden puppet who desperately wants to fit in makes an ill-fated wish upon a star, speaking a journey of self-discovery. I thought it was super cute. It was super well done. I'll just read my review. I gave this a 3, and I said, love the stop motion imagery. The message was definitely something I relate to, not fitting in and feeling like an outsider a lot of the times. I don't know. It was cute, and it's kind of hard to rate a short film, but I think it got the message across really well. And then the last movie I watched was Suzume by Makoto Shinkai, released in 2022. It is in a different language, so you have to watch with subtitles. Someone suggested it, and I watched it. So it says, Suzume, 17, lost her mother as a little girl. On her way to school, she meets a mysterious young man, but her curiosity unleashes a calamity that endangers the entire population of Japan. And so Suzume embarks on a journey to set things straight. I liked it. It was interesting. Reading subtitles sometimes, like with my ADHD, I get like a little bit lost, but I thought it was cute, and it was very heartfelt and emotional. I give it a 3.5, and I said the animation is stunning. A little long though. The way it portrayed grief and loss made me cry. And yeah, so the animation honestly was stunning. Like I was like looking at the picture and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. So that's all the films I watched in July. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you found at least one new film to watch, one new movie to watch. Please comment down below anything you watched in July that stood out to you. I would love to add it to my watch list and potentially watch it next month. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!